In this video, I'm going to be going over the cherubs on top of the Ark of the Covenant. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about what God was doing with these people when Christ died on the cross, okay? Because they all had the same concepts. I will show you what God did, alright? I think it's pretty cool. And what God is trying to say to you. It's very beneficial to study history, even these ancient people. Even though they were ungodly, okay, yes, that's true, you will see that God uses the exact same concepts. Not because the Jews and gods were stealing from them, because the problem is people don't realize the devil is real, and that Satan stole all this from God in the first place and twisted it around and made it evil, okay? And so God had to send Jesus to straighten everything back out again. Okay, because people, they copied the cherubs all over the earth, either from the oral traditions of Adam and Eve, because there were cherubs in the garden, right? And also, you have to remember, Satan knows what heaven looks like. Okay, he knows what heaven looks like, and his twisted version of heaven is hell. But he has the same imagery. He will use the same stuff. He will copy God's heaven, alright, and twist it around to make it his. And I'll show you what I mean, alright? So I'm going to show you some pictures of cherubs. And again, I'm going to reiterate, the word cherub means to mix together, okay? And they're gatekeepers, okay? They are a mixture of animal and human, alright? Seraphims are part serpentine, okay? That's why you're gonna see serpents in this. If you don't like that, you're not gonna learn anything. All right? These snakes with wings are seraphims. All right? These people mixed with lions and wings are cherubims. They are gatekeepers, okay? Not because they're not just people were just making stuff up. I'm not kidding you. These things really are in hell. Alright, and they really are in heaven. Alright, and it's not just a metaphor or something. No, for real. You can watch my hell testimony if you don't believe me. These two gatekeepers really are in hell. Okay? I am not kidding. It's very terrifying. These aren't just these people weren't just making up some silly stories that have nothing to do with you. The word cherub means to mix together. All these gatekeepers are cherubims. Okay, I don't care what these ancient people are calling them. Yes, I know these things are called Nergals or the Sphinx, okay, or Lammasu, alright? I don't care what the other words are for right now. I'm telling you, they're all cherubs. And also, they're twins, right? Please notice that they're twins. I'm going to show you some pictures. I'm going to show you what God was doing, okay, when Jesus died on the cross. I think it's pretty cool. So look at these pictures. Notice they're all in front of the gateway and they're all twins. And notice they all have open body parts. Alright? They all have open body parts. They either have open mouths or they have open wings of the seraphim, which are Cobra Wings. The open wings, okay, are sometimes on they're actually wings on the body, or they're wings on the side of the head for Cobra Wings. I said this before, but cobras are also good seraphim iconography because they're still snakes with wings, okay? These are all cherubs and seraphims in front of a gateway or doorway, okay? And they have open body parts, and I'm going to tell you what God did with Christ. These are two dragons. Seraphims and cherubims are dragons, okay? Okay. They're a mixture of bearded lions, okay, and serpentine. Bearded dragons come from the lion part, okay? They're a mixture, because cherub means to mix together, of a lion and a serpent, okay? And you get a dragon. And their mouths are open. This is in Mayan temple. These are two people this time, because cherub means a mixture, or them alone, of animal or humans, okay? This time their mouths are open. The open body part is just the mouths. There's two of them and there's twins. And they're twins. These are two cherubs. This time it's just the standalone lion, but the mouths are open. The lion's mouths are open. And this is in the Hittites, okay? This is in Turkey. I like this one because what open body part is Satan using, okay, or is this kingdom using? It is the open flaps of the seraphim, okay, the open wings of the cobra are the open body parts, and the open eyes, okay, the eyes are open. That's the open body part here. This is the Sphinx. It's the same exact thing. The Sphinx is a cherub, okay, because they stand in front of a mountain, or the pyramids, okay, they guard the gateway to the mountain, okay, or to the open throne, alright? And the open body part is the open wings of the seraphim. It's the Cobra Wings again, alright? This is a seraphim. His wings are open over the open doorway, okay? That thing he's holding, or above his head, is the opening. It's the open doorway, the open gateway to the spirit of God, okay? Or of a God. At least this is not a good God, okay? Do you see how the wings are the same as these depictions of the Ark of the Covenant angels? It's not a coincidence. And God uses all this imagery of the Ark of the Covenant angels. He uses all of it for understanding. That's why he didn't have the Jews draw pictures, okay? Because then you're going to get stuck on just one. God uses all of this imagery with the Ark for more understanding. Alright? Do you see how the Satan was copying God? Do you see how he's copying him with the wings? Especially with this one? Yes. This is called Lammasu, but they're cherubs, okay? I don't care what other people call this thing. There's two of them, and they're twins, and they stand in front of the gateway. Alright, this is Mesopotamia. This is Babylonians. This is the Hittites again. This is a woman. This is a cherub. It's a mixture, because cherub means to mix. I know I keep repeating myself, but I really need to drill it in, because I don't think anyone's understanding this. I don't know. I just don't understand how people are not seeing. This is not a coincidence, okay? Everyone's doing the same exact stuff. Anyway, the eyes are open. You see the eyes? The body part that's really, really open is the eyes, okay? Alright. Now, I'm going to show you what God's version of this is, okay? I can just show you ancient pictures of all of the Hindu ones. It's all the exact same thing. The Hindu gods are covered in seraphims, are covered in cobras, okay? Because the cobra, it represents the seraphims. The open wings represent the doorway. But anyway, they are a mockery of this, okay? See these two? God uses the imagery of all this, but I'm going to show you the really cool part. See, there's these two cherubs represent the cherubs at the east gate of Eden, okay? I'm going to tell you who they used to be in my next video. Alright, but I'm going to show you the imagery that God is using. See, the open body parts are the wings. I really want you to look at these pictures of these cherubs, okay? So if you read the descriptions of these cherubs on top of the Ark of the Covenant, you're going to get a couple of mixed pictures, because all these pictures still technically meet the requirements for what this is describing, and God uses all of this because Satan mocks it all. Okay, so when it says their wings are touching, alright, I'm gonna show you the cool version, but also I want to hint to you, when it says they're facing each other, it is talking about something very crazy, okay? When it says these are two original cherubs start facing each other, it means opposing. But I'm going to talk about the good version right now. So, do you see how these cherub pictures of these cherubs do you see how it looks like a cross? See how these cherubs they look like a cross? It's not a coincidence, okay? It's not a coincidence. Also, these two, during the atonement sacrifice, before Christ came, there were two goats. They were twin goats. They were twins, okay? One represented Satan and one represented Christ, okay? Because Azazel is the name of a demon, okay? These two goats represent the two cherubs, okay? But look, do you see how they equal crosses? This is what God was trying to do. These open wings represent 2 cherubs of the crosses. These 2 cherubs are talking about the top of when Christ was crucified. Alright, when he was crucified, his arms were open. Okay, his arms being open represented the wings being open. Alright, that's what's connecting wings with arms in the Bible over and over and over again. This is why even when it mentions the seraphim, and when Moses was mentioning the seraphim, it's connecting it to the cross, because the open wings, okay, of a seraphim represent the open arms of Christ. God is trying to get these people to connect dots, and you to connect dots. The open arms represent the open kingdom, alright, the open cherubim. Well, who's the other one? The other one was the other thief, okay? The people represent the other cherubs, okay, on earth. That's why we're called living stones. The people on earth represent the other cherub, okay? You see the connection? See the cross, the cherubs this is what I say when God says he's going to give you his body, his cherub body. You're going to imitate his cherub body while you're alive. Does that mean you're literally going to turn into a lion and a bull? No. Alright? Okay, this is why it always connects these animals to the cross. Alright, when you read the Bible. So, see how it equals their crosses? So when these people all had cherubs in front of their kingdom. So when they saw this in real life, because when Christ was dying on the cross, okay, everyone went to go see him, including all these pagans, okay? And remember, God was trying to save them. God was trying to save the pagans, okay? So when they saw this in real life, and it wasn't just stones, their mouths should have dropped open, and they would have understood that these 2 open-armed men represented the new kingdom, okay? They represented the new gateway to the real God. Alright, they would have understood this, because they all had 2 cherubs in front of their kingdoms. Alright, 2 or more. So when they saw this, they would have known exactly what was going on. Alright, the open arms of Christ and the open arms of his believer, of his imager, represent the open gateway to the kingdom. Alright, they represent the cherubs on top of the Ark of the Covenant. This is why in the book of Psalms and throughout the Bible, we're known as doorkeepers and gate openers. Literally, when you imitate Christ, you open doorways for people while you're alive, okay? Am I saying you're going to actually turn into an angel and do it? No, okay. There's lots of philosophy with how we relate to these animals, but that's for another time. But this is also why Samson, also when Samson ripped open the gate to the pagans, okay, to the Philistines, we're the gate openers, we're the door openers, okay? When we do what God says, we are God's little twin, okay? I'm just gonna say it like that. When we twin Christ, we open gateways for people. We show people the way to heaven. Alright? People think these angels have nothing to do with you, and that's not true. Alright? God calls you these things in the Bible, okay? I'm not saying there aren't other real angels. Of course there are. Alright? But this is spiritual warfare. You're supposed to be being a warrior for Christ, okay? Angels are supposed to be warriors. You're supposed to be a warrior for Christ, alright? You're supposed to be opening doorways and gates. This is also another reason why we're called living stones. We're the anointed. He calls us the anointed, because these stone pillars were literally called anointed cherubs, okay? They were anointed stones, but while you're alive, you're supposed to be doing this. And no joke, God uses your real own open body parts as an open gateway, alright? You open your eyes to the Bible, okay? Use your eyes and open your mouth and open your arms, alright? And learn about the Bible and tell people about the Bible and embrace the Bible with your arms, alright? You know, use your open body parts as it, because your body is supposed to be the temple, okay? You're supposed to put good things in it, and so good things can come out of it too, all right? And when you do that, not only are you bringing yourself to Christ, but you're bringing other people too, all right? You're opening the doorway for yourself, and then so you could have the open doorway for people behind you. All right. Please think about this, guys. All right. Thank you.